Hello, beautiful people. Happy Friday. Welcome back to Hugs and Honey. I am Ariane. Good to see you today. I hope you have had a wonderful week and you're excited for the weekend. For us, we just got out of school yesterday. So my kids are out of school and it is summer and we're super excited. It's a nice hot day welcoming us to summer. So it's kind of neat. So today we are going to pull a card as we do every weekday with an intention of thinking about what we all as a collective unit need to hear. What is something that we need to think about or know or prepare ourselves for? What can we be validated by? What is something that we all kind of need to hear or know right now? And I love doing this for all of us because it just reminds us that we are all so connected and that none of us are alone. I think that's maybe the most important part of this, is that sometimes we feel so alone when we are dealing with the challenges in our lives. And it can feel really helpless and it can feel desperate sometimes. And you really feel alone, right? Like when you're feeling that way, you feel like no one understands and it's never going to end. And, everything is awful and the sky is falling. And I think all of us can say that we've all been there to some degree at some point in our lives. And it's important to have compassion for each other and to recognize that we all have problems, right? Like we've never walked a mile in someone else's shoes. And so we just have to keep that in mind and have compassion for each other and forgiveness of each other and, just trying to communicate and understand yourself as best as you can so that you can communicate with other people as best as you can. And so even if the cards that we pull every day aren't things that are really important to you at that moment that you can think about. Ow, sorry, Duty. Ow. We kind of got tangled up in our toes there. Oh my goodness. I lost my train of thought. Okay, I'll get back to it, but I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, I know what I was saying. Okay, so even if you feel like that card for that day doesn't apply to you, you can still sit with it. You can still contemplate it and think about it and kind of meditate on it. And maybe, even if you're not having that exact issue, maybe you can still gather and get some wisdom and some help, some insight, some inspiration from it anyway. Or it might come up for you soon. And so you can remember back to when we were talking about that, whatever that may have been. So anyways, I have been busy shuffling the cards. And I've already cleaned the deck with the Palo Santo. So we're ready to pull our card for today. And we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands. So when we reach the level of the Kings, we feel like we have mastered this journey, this particular part of the journey. And in the minor arcana cards, we have suits, right? We have 4 suits, wands, swords, pentacles or coins, wands, swords, pentacles, oh my gosh, and cups. Oh my gosh, my brain. I'm tired, you guys. I'm sorry. And cups. And so these are the 4 suits, and each suit represents a different element. And wands represents fire. It represents our who we are on the inside, our intuition. It represents, who we are as people, our personal power. And so the king is the card that is the end of that journey of wands, of this journey of initiation where we are continually going through challenges and then reaping rewards and then experiencing successes. And at the end of this journey, we have all of this wisdom that we have gained from going through all of those other cards, basically the one through now up to the king. And so we have this level of mastery, of understanding, of the ability to look back and know that we have already overcome a lot in the areas of our personal power and who we are and our intuition and our own personal fire. And so it is spiritual mastery. And so I'm sure Rebecca has something interesting to say. So this is Rebecca Magic's book. She is my teacher. I refer to her frequently. The King of Wands has a clear, let me just make sure this is the beginning. Yes, mastery through spirituality. The King of Wands has a clear definition of the element of fire and how it relates to his nature and experience. The King of Wands knows when Spirit is speaking to him. He knows how to interpret the communication of his inner fire, whether the fire is burning him or fueling him. He receives the sensation as signals of guidance. Remember, no one else knows your path better than you. It is always wise to consider the reflection of those around you, yet ultimately this information should only serve you in your ability to come to your own conclusion as far as how to act upon the current fire you feel. So this is encouraging us to, listen to what other people have to say, take their advice or their, comments with a grain of salt. And then just know that you know what is best for you, that you have connected with your own internal fire and your own intuition, and you know what is best. And so you can take everyone else's information and everyone else's opinions and comments and advice, and you filter through what's good, what works for you, and feel it, feel into it, feel your resonance. When something resonates with you, that is a signal to you that it is striking a chord. Okay, so we're talking about when something really speaks to you, when maybe you get overwhelmed or overcome with emotion when you hear something, or you receive goosebumps when someone says something, like as a holy goodness, we know that is true. We know for sure that is true. That is our intuition. That is the little voice inside of our head, inside of our body, telling us where to go and what to do. That is wands. That is the suit of wands. That is our internal fire. This is something that we need as a society to strengthen and to listen to and to follow its guidance more often. Sorry, guys. I'm getting all fiery. I'm getting choked up. So, listening to our own voice, our own inside voice, our gut instinct, our intuition is the most important thing that we can learn, that we can do, that we can focus on. Because this is like a muscle that has been atrophied. We don't have clear direction or information or instructions on how to do this. It's not talked about or taught in schools. And yet it's the most important GPS guidance system we have. So let's act like the kings that we are, and have confidence in knowing that what we know on the inside is right for us. It's 100% of the time right. And that we need to get everyone else's opinions and, information and energy out of our area so that we can make the decisions that are best for us. And when we do that, we are massively powerful, potent, successful. It's incredible when we can align our body, mind, and spirit. We're talking about our spirit here. When we can do that, we are our most powerful. And this is where we should be focusing a lot of our attention and energy and education in the world right now. But we need to remember that we already have it, okay, inside of us. Even if we've never been taught, it's still there. You all know what I'm talking about. You know the little voice that I'm talking about. So just start to listen to it, start to trust it, start to act on it, and you will be rewarded. It's like going to the gym and getting really strong in this one muscle. And this is the most important muscle. This is the driver of our car, of our human home, of our vehicles, our human body vehicles. Our physical body is the body, right? It's the vehicle. The mind is the control panel. It's the steering wheel. It's the brakes. It's the gas. It's definitely brakes, right? Because our mind creates the fears that stop us in life. And so we put on the brakes, right? But the driver of the car is our intuition. It's our spirit. So our mind, body, and spirit. Our spirit is actually the driver. And seriously, you guys, most people's drivers are asleep at the wheel right now in life because we've never been taught. Most people have these fancy Teslas that drive you around without, like, robot cars, right? So we need to wake up our driver of our vehicles, and we need to start trusting their compass. We need to start trusting their own GPS system and knowing that it's going to take us in the right direction. So start to think about the things in your life that you are considering, questioning, challenged by, and see if there's room there for you to sort of let other people's voices and opinions, thank them for their contribution to your decision, get that out of the way, and then you go inside and you make the decision that you need to make, that you need to make. Sometimes those decisions are the hardest ones to do when you're really struggling with it. They're the hardest ones. But it's, no matter how hard they are, it's always in your benefit to follow your intuition and follow that inner guidance no matter what, because you will be rewarded. You don't even know what you don't know. But if you trust that you follow that inner guidance, you will be rewarded. Okay, so I'm going to go to our fun cookbook really fast to complete our reading for today. Okay, here we go. And this is the cookbook. Ooh, yummy. This is the cookbook, Divine Your Dinner, which I just think is so fun, by Courtney McBroom and Melinda Lee Holm. And the King of Wands, here we go. We get some brownies. I think yesterday, didn't we get a chocolate souffle? So we're kind of on this chocolate train, right? I think we need to be eating some chocolate this weekend. So the King of Wands is the heir of fire and voicing magic. All words are magic words. Our statements are incantations reverberating through the universe. Remember, I was just talking about resonance? Same thing. These are our statements, so our words. This is a vibration that we create, affecting change, great and small. You have a lot to say right now, and you possess the strategic vision to speak your mind when and how it will be most powerful. Be mindful of language you use casually. If you play your cards right, you could make big changes by just speaking them out loud. With this much at stake, you want to connect with your whole being. Cacao opens the heart, allowing your plans to be emotionally and intellectually sound. Cinnamon amplifies self-mastery and magical ability. And chili bumps up creativity and vitality. All are present in these brownies. Say the magic words and bring them to life. Also, follow the recipe. Ancho chili brownies. Those look awesome. So Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that reading today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday. Happy summer. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I love summer. All right, have a wonderful weekend. I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you, and I love you. I'll see you Monday. Bye.